I have 12 questions to ask you.
Sure.
Firstly, what can you tell us about the character Marco Constante?
First, we changed it now, it's Marco Constante. Marco is kidnapping investigator, one of the best in his field, and he is being invited to ICC by Donald Sutherland's character, Dorn, because his assistant is being kidnapped. So Marco is coming there for the first time not knowing much about ICC operations. He heard about the Crossing Lines team, but he heard also that it's dismantled, so he's just coming there to help him. And on a personal note, Marco is carrying with him kind of a secret, kind of a part of this dark past, that his sister was kidnapped literally from his arms when he was about 12 years old, and that no matter that he couldn't do anything about that, he feels guilt about that and carries that guilt around with him, and that's one of the main reasons that he became a kidnapping investigator.
What training did you receive before the production of this third season of Crossing Lines?
Okay, good.
Which
Training?
Yeah, training. To run, for example, to have some fight in training.
Oh yeah, well we normally before the scene
yes.
we would do the choreographies for the fights and stuff like that.
Yes.
All the car stuff. I was actually pretty well versed in that before I came on this show, and it was a little bit of the gun work. We worked with a couple of people from Czech Special Forces.
Okay.
To work on the interior gun work and stuff like that, and that was all really interesting, you know. And everything else, it would just come from episode to episode, you know. You would be per need. You know?
Okay. What were your sources of inspiration for your character?
Well, in this case, I don't have any role model or anything like that for the character, but the description, what Franck Spotnitz and Roland Bauer and I spoke about the character, and we brought up his story that people haven't seen in the first couple of episodes, so it was only that I knew and I was carrying with me, and that was enough to create the character. And all the blank spots that you have, you fill them on your own.
What is the main difference between acting in American series and an European one?
What is the
difference between acting in American series, as here, for example, of course, and European ones, of this one?
Oh, you mean European ones?
Yeah.
And, well, you know, acting is acting. There is no difference in acting on a TV show, feature film, theater. It just depends on the size of the audience, I would say, or the lens. You need to know what's happening, and you know, it's just the job of an actor. You need to adjust yourself by the genre, by what you and director are thinking about the character and things like that. But there is no any special requirements, you know, in European series or American series.
Okay. What can you tell us about your collaboration with Donald?
Donald is a great guy. I've been a huge fan of Donald before I met him on Crossing Lines, and he was one of my biggest incentives to come and work on Crossing Lines, because I've seen so many of his movies when I was a kid. So just to meet him and talk about them in the first hand was really amazing.
What is your preferred episode of this first season and why? Maybe one in particular?
Yeah, there is an episode, I don't know the name now, but it's like when Naomi's character and Marco's character are going to this school, this college in Lausanne in France, and there's this murder that happens of this kid in a bus during the excursion, and I like that episode a lot because first time you can see this kind of like Marco's impatience with this young kid who he thinks is there only because she's privileged, because her father is who he is, and that she actually shouldn't be there, that she's too young. And every time she kept surprising him and showing him how brilliant she is. And somehow that episode was my favorite.
That's third episode. So
I think episode 3.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I saw it today, yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Franck Spotnitz is the executive producer for this third season. What can you tell us about him? Did you meet him before to Tom?
Well, Frank mostly did his work from his office in London. That's how he operates. He writes, and he rarely comes on the set.
Okay.
So we spoke a couple of times about the show and stuff like that, but that's about it.
What are for you the main qualities of this third season?
What are the main
Qualities. Quality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we try to put more accent on the fact that these people are actually legally allowed. I mean, of course, that was seen from previous seasons also, but it was kind of like tried to be clear, tried to be more of to show the people that these guys are actually able to cross between different states and different countries and operate with the local forces, and also try to get deeper into certain things like that personally I really love to talk about, because I think they're happening and we're not paying enough attention to, like human trafficking and sex slavery, and we had a lot to do in a couple of episodes in this season.
What was for you the main difficult challenge that you have met during the production of this series?
Well, honestly, there was none. You know, the shoot went pretty well in order. You know, we had a couple of challenging days with the weather condition. You know, it was really cold and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say anything else.
Okay. Which directors would like to work?
Which
directors?
I like to watch.
Yeah, to work with.
To work with.
Yes.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah, but you already worked with Ridley Scott.
Yeah, I did,
yeah.
but really on a really short term. You know, it was only a couple of days of filming. I would love to work with him on a really good big job. You have turned with Elizabeth Mitchell of Hyatt series. How did you think to work again with her? It was great, I think. Yeah, oh my God, yeah. It was fun to work with her. It was great. In Hyatt, we didn't work much together because she was mainly working with Laura Innes. But we met each other there, and Laura really liked working with Elizabeth. So it was really fun. It was really nice.
And my last question: what are your current projects?
Nothing that I can talk about right now.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.